Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're following the NFL closely, you know the landscape of the league is constantly shifting, but right now, what's happening with the San Francisco 49ers could be a game changer, especially when it comes to bolstering their already potent offense. We're talking about a potential trade that could reshape their season and maybe even their future. And the player at the center of this, none other than A.J. Brown. Yes, A.J. Brown, the star wide receiver from the Philadelphia Eagles, who's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons lately. But more on that in a moment. First, let's set the stage. The 49ers, as many of you know, have started the season pretty well. They're sitting at a respectable 3-1, despite navigating through injuries that would have derailed most teams. Brock Purdy has been steady, as usual, showing why he's considered one of the most promising quarterbacks in the league. George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Brandon Ayuk, these are all players that have been hampered by injuries, yet the 49ers have managed to keep their heads above water. Still, you can't ignore the fact that their depth at wide receiver is a concern. Brandon Ayuk, who's been a top target, is currently injured, and his return date remains uncertain. That leaves the 49ers in a tricky spot when it comes to their passing game. Ricky Pearsall has stepped up admirably, making some crucial catches and showing flashes of promise. But outside of him, the receiving options are limited. Christian McCaffrey has done a fantastic job as a hybrid receiver out of the backfield, constantly threatening defenses with his versatility. Jauan Jennings. Well, he struggled to take that next step as a reliable target, which is a problem for Kyle Shanahan's offense that relies heavily on consistent playmakers. If the 49ers want to truly maximize their offensive potential, they need to add more reliable receiving threats, players who can win contested catches, stretch the field, and take some pressure off McCaffrey and others. And here's where A.J. Brown enters the picture. Now, you might be asking, wait, isn't he with the Eagles? Yes, he is. But recent developments suggest that his fit with Philadelphia isn't quite what it used to be, especially considering his frustrations on social media. After their Week 4 win over Tampa Bay, despite the Eagles being undefeated at 4-0, A.J. Brown voiced his discontent publicly. He posted a message on X, expressing his frustration about his limited touches and production. And honestly, it's not just a one-off. Earlier in the season, he struggled to get involved, with a mere 8 yards in Week 1 and 27 yards in Week 2. Only in Week 3 did he finally show some life with 109 yards on 6 receptions. But then, against Tampa Bay, he was a non-factor with just 7 yards on 2 catches. That's a stark contrast, and it's clear that Brown is feeling the pressure and perhaps even contemplating his future in Philadelphia. Now, why would a player like A.J. Brown consider a trade? Well, for starters, he's already achieved a lot in his career. He's got a Super Bowl ring, which is no small feat. But his goals go beyond that. He's looking to cement his legacy, rack up more accolades, and secure a lucrative new contract. The idea of moving to a team like the 49ers is appealing because it's a proven winning culture, one that's built around a strong coaching staff led by Kyle Shanahan. Imagine Brown in that offense, which has historically been very creative in scheming ways to get playmakers open. Shanahan's system could unlock Brown's full potential, giving him the chance to shine even more and contribute significantly to a deep playoff run. And of course, the fit makes perfect sense. The 49ers need a receiver who can win contested catches, who can stretch the field, and who can serve as a reliable target in critical situations. Brown, with his combination of size, speed, and contested catch ability, fits that mold perfectly. His presence would take some of the defensive attention off Brandon Ayuk once he's healthy, creating more opportunities for the entire passing game. Plus, with Purdy's strong arm and Shanahan's offensive ingenuity, Brown could quickly become a premier weapon in San Francisco's arsenal. Let's talk about the impact of such a trade from the 49ers' perspective. Right now, their offense has been decent but not explosive. They've had to rely heavily on Christian McCaffrey and the tight ends for consistent yardage. Adding Brown would not only improve their passing attack, but also give Purdy a true outside threat who can make acrobatic catches and create yards after the catch. It would also help balance the offense, making it harder for defenses to key in on other players and schemes. And in the long run, it would give the 49ers a better shot at not just making the playoffs, but actually contending for another Super Bowl. Of course, it's a complex situation. The Eagles might not be eager to part ways with Brown, especially considering his talent and the fact that they're still in the thick of a Super Bowl push. But the NFL is a league of adjustments, trades, and strategic moves. If the 49ers make a compelling offer, perhaps draft capital or other players, they could persuade the Eagles to part with him. And the 49ers front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves if it means winning now. Meanwhile, for A.J. Brown, this potential move could be a fresh start, a chance to be the central figure in a high-powered offense, and to finally get the recognition and success he's been striving for. It's a win-win scenario if it happens. Brown gets the opportunity to showcase his talent on a bigger stage with a team that has Super Bowl aspirations, and the 49ers get a premier wide receiver who can elevate their offense to new heights. Now, it's important to mention that these rumors are just that, rumors. Nothing has been confirmed yet, and the NFL trade deadline can often be unpredictable. Teams might hold on to their assets, or other factors could influence negotiations. But the idea of A.J. Brown in San Francisco is an exciting one, and it's a storyline that fans need to keep an eye on as the season progresses. The impact on both teams could be huge, and it's one of those moves that could define the course of the season for the 49ers, especially if they want to go all in and chase that second Super Bowl in a few years. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, it's fascinating to think about how this potential trade could unfold. The 49ers have shown they're willing to be aggressive, and with their window of contention still wide open, making a move for a player like A.J. Brown makes a lot of sense. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off immensely. Brown's ability to make contested catches and be a true game-changer in the passing game would give San Francisco an offensive dimension they've been missing at times. And from Brown's perspective, joining the 49ers could reignite his career and help him achieve new milestones. He's still young and talented, and with the right system, he could become one of the league's top receivers, adding to his legacy and possibly even earning a new contract that reflects his true value. The 49ers, on the other hand, would be adding a piece that complements their existing core, making their offense even more dangerous and unpredictable. In the end, this potential trade is about more than just player movement. It's a strategic chess move that could have ripple effects across the NFC West and the entire league. The 49ers, with their Super Bowl ambitions, are always looking to tweak and improve, and acquiring A.J. Brown might be the piece that puts them over the edge. It's a storyline that fans should watch closely because it's rare to see a star receiver of Brown's caliber be available, and if it happens, it'll surely be one of the biggest stories of this NFL season. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think a trade for A.J. Brown would make sense? Would he fit perfectly into Shanahan's offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep the passion alive for our team.